Hey, what's up everybody? My name is GojiGames and welcome back to my Banjo-Kazooie Let's Play. Okay, so we have chosen the first slot. Let's see, which language do you want to use? I want to pick English because, well, why not? Okay, this is where we left off. Alrighty, and we start off back at the entrance of the lair, which is totally fine. Don't have to start off right at the very beginning in Banjo's house or just outside of Banjo's house. So that's cool. And on top of that, there are cauldrons in order to take shortcuts. Okay, so I think I already unlocked this. Yes, I already did. So all we have to do now is head for Clanker's Cavern. Now, I remember the first time I played this level, or the first time I went through that level, well, it was pretty confusing for me. I had no idea where to go, actually. Well, technically, I had an idea, but the thing is, I always thought, oh shit, I have to press them again? Okay, then. I thought that was saved. My bad. Okay, so as I was saying, at first, I thought you couldn't really access the room where Clanker is until you do something to, like, move him backwards or something, because I thought he was some kind of enemy. But then after a while, it's like, okay, screw it. I don't care if he kills me. I still need to, find a way through this. And I was like, oh, was that easy then? Well, that's basically what Clanker's Cavern was for me. It's like, oh, I just had to do that the whole time. Alright, so let's collect some more notes. There's Clanker. Alright, what you got to say? I am Clanker, which is garbage grinder. Clanker not like dirty water, want fresh air. Okay, so if I had known how to read, or had I been able to read, that wouldn't have been troublesome for me to just swim through here, because I thought it was one of those enemies where you had to time your swimming abilities, shall we say, to get past him. But then turns out, nope, he was not the enemy at all. He's actually a friendly character, and he wants us to help him. Alright, that's our first Jiggy in the level. Wasn't so hard. It was actually pretty easy. That's one of the easiest Jiggies in the level. So, now let's explore a little bit more. My main focus is on the 8th notes, just like in the previous episode. My main focus is on the 8th notes and the Jiggies, because that's how you get 100%. You collect all the notes, all the Jiggies, and I don't think the honeycombs really count, but they are still in the, the totals, because when you view the totals, they do show up. So I'm not sure exactly if they count or not if you're trying to get 100%, but still I know where all of them are. So even though I don't have to collect every single thing like all the Mumbo tokens, I can still collect all the empty honeycombs, so I can increase my health bar. Even though I don't think I'm gonna have too much trouble fighting Grunty, because I fought her quite a few times. And, well, the first time it was pretty hard, because I wasn't exactly used to it, and there's no Champa in there. But, yeah, the second time, it wasn't too difficult. It's like I got to learn how to fight her, and yeah, that was actually pretty helpful to actually remember how to fight her. But yeah, the first time, it was pretty difficult. It's one of those bosses where you just have to get used to the patterns and what she actually ends up doing. But other than that, no, it's not the most difficult boss ever. Not even close. I am so convinced that there are bosses that are way, way, way harder than that. Alright, let's collect that Jiggy that's in there. Hopefully, we can hold our breath long enough. I don't think I would be able to hold my breath for that long underwater. It's quite impressive how there are some people who can hold their breath for like 5 minutes underwater. I'm not sure if it's like some kind of breathing technique or if they just have like an amazing set of lungs. I'm pretty sure it's a breathing technique, but then again, that is quite impressive. But it's pretty much like singers, how they're able to belt it out without hurting themselves. It's actually very physically demanding. I'm trying to study that because, well, as a musician, I want to be able to perform backing vocals without hurting myself. And that can be quite challenging because, well, vocals can range from being, well, for vocalists, it can range from being very personal to, like, you don't care if anybody hears you practice and do your vocal warm-ups, and doesn't matter if you're doing your vocal stuff publicly or not. But for me, it's very, very private. It's very, very personal. So that's why it's hard for me to practice vocals without having like the most soundproof room ever to allow me to separate my my practice sessions from the rest of the world. It's very frustrating, but I'm pretty sure at one point I'll be able to practice without anybody around distracting me and keeping me from practicing. First time I got down here, the music actually started to scare me a little bit, so I was a little hesitant. I said, well, maybe I should turn back because it sounds very scary, or it seems like it's going to be a very scary situation. But it turns out, nope, not so much. That fish over here, Gloop, is actually very helpful. He's not a deadly fish. He's not an enemy. He's actually very friendly. So when I found out about it, I was like, are you serious? Am I just a big pussy? Am I just afraid or too afraid to take risks? Because it's like, yeah, seriously, this level is like not dangerous at all. And I acted like it was the most dangerous level ever. Okay, I better collect that Jinjo before I forget. Alright. Give me those bubbles. I need air. Well, even though he's not completely free from dirty water, at least he can breathe out fresh air, but it's not totally fresh air from what I can tell because he's still in a dirty area that's filled with garbage, so of course it's not going to be 100% pure fresh air. I can guarantee that if Banjo could tell us what it smells like in here, he would pretty much say, yeah, it stinks like crazy. So, yeah, I'm pretty convinced that Banjo is still going, or in his mind, Banjo is going, yeah, it stinks. Let's get out of here as soon as possible. Maybe it's just me, but I am very convinced that it doesn't smell very good in there. I'm pretty sure it stinks like crazy. Well, at least there's no timer, so it's not like he's gonna die from breathing so much stench. I'm gonna try something here. No way! It actually works! Huh. Okay then. So you can actually stay on the right and they won't hurt you. But still, I need to collect the notes, so I'm gonna have to do that. So I'm gonna have to waste some gold feathers. I don't have a choice because I need to collect all of them. I'm not able to collect them while staying on the right side. That would be impressive for myself. I would pretty much impress myself if I could do that, but I don't think I'd be able to. Alright, so now we're gonna head that way. Let's avoid that bomb, because I don't want it to chase me here. I don't think it can go underwater. Maybe it can. I don't remember at all. But I don't think it would be able to follow me all the way here. I can see it's quite hard work to lump around that squawking jerk. Okay, whatever you say, Grunty. Alright, Bubble Gloop Swamp. That crocodile over there in the corner, it didn't scare me, but it kind of made me cringe a little bit because it's like they purposely put a crocodile there to try to scare people, but to me, it just looked kind of funny. It's interesting how Snacker was very scary to me as a kid, but that crocodile was not. That crocodile was kind of funny to me, or funny looking to me, but Snacker, the shark, was actually pretty scary. I guess it's because there's something about underwater enemies that instantly kill you that are very scary. Alright, is Brentilda in there? Yes, she is. What do you have to say? My fat old sister's favorite sport is broomstick racing. Okay, I don't think that one sounds very bad at all. It reminds me of Harry Potter. It reminds me of Quidditch or whatever. As she attended St. Dunkball, whatever. Okay, I missed that. Okay, you won't believe that Gruntilda's party trick is blowing balloons up with her butt. Okay, so apparently she has a very prickly butt, a very spiky butt. I'm not sure exactly how that works. What's this? Okay, keep your feet out. You can't use us until you've spoken to Bottles. And that I will. How bright they are, your stupid shorts. A target for my dumb cohorts? Okay. Chicken legs wears them so you can safely wade through that dangerous areas like the swamp. Right. Okay, chicken. He accidentally called her chicken. And then Kazooie goes, nobody calls me a chicken. Yes, this is definitely a Back to the Future reference. I mean, who the hell would not want to reference that movie? I know Robin absolutely loves that movie franchise. And for me, I don't love it as much because to me, the first one is the best. Second one, not nearly as good. Third one was interesting, but was still not as good as the first one. It wasn't a case where all three of them were masterpieces, but yeah, the first one is very, very close to a masterpiece. It's not technically perfect, but it is very close to being perfect. This is one of those challenges where you have so much time, but it's because I guess Rareware expected the player to be a little sloppy over here, which is a little generous or a little like underestimating. But then again, it leaves room for people like me who are not experts at this game to mess up a bit. But then again, I don't expect to mess up, or at least not big time. Oh, I didn't mess up at all. So yeah, I had 16 seconds to spare, which is a lot of seconds for me. A lot of seconds to spare for me. So now we gotta shoot some eggs, because for whatever reason, these crocodiles really enjoy these eggs. Alright, next one's all the way at the top over there. It's not gonna be a problem. Gonna be no problem at all. Just like getting that token over here isn't gonna be a problem. Actually, it was kind of a problem because I missed it and I collected eggs instead. Yeah, you only win easy game. We play harder game. Eat reds, avoid yellow grumblies. They do not ripe. Okay, then. I'll take that challenge. Don't eat these. The yellow ones that look like snakes. That look like cobras. Not to be confused with Cobra Kai. I think this is one of those popular series that are really... Oh shit, that was close. Yeah, it's one of those series that are really trending at the moment, and for good reasons. I watched the first 3 Karate Kid films. The first one was great. Second one was good in my opinion, but not as great. The third one, well, I didn't think it was bad, but I would say it was not bad. It was just not bad. And, well, I like the fact that they made another series called Cobra Kai, which focuses more on Johnny, because it turns him into a more interesting character, to say the least. I think I know where I missed the honeycomb. I'm such an idiot. Okay, so I'm gonna go back in there, because I'm pretty sure the honeycomb, the empty honeycomb, isn't there. I keep forgetting to call it the empty honeycomb. I just call it the honeycomb. Alright, so I know there are no more lessons, and where the hell did he go? There we go. I completely missed it. Okay, so the choir isn't here anymore. Okay, they just mysteriously vanished. Whatever happened to those guys? I probably will never know, but then again, it's not like it's very important. I actually punched it to death. Okay, that was actually easy. There's the rock, or the, I don't know, is it a rock? No, I don't think it's a rock. I think it's just like a frozen bubble or something. That's interesting. Alright, so there's Freezy Peak. Let's unlock this area. Let's admire the snowman. It's a pretty giant snowman from what I can tell, or from what I remember, from what I saw in that picture. And yeah, it's quite impressive. I have no idea how they were able to build that massive snowman. It's so impressive. I wonder if at one point some people will get together and make an enormous snowman like this. Maybe when COVID is over and we don't have to worry about social distancing and wear masks and whatnot, and you know, not have to worry about contaminating others and getting other people sick and whatnot. But who knows, maybe at one point people will get together and build this massive snowman that will look like, or look similar to, the one in Freezy Peak. That would be quite interesting to see. That would be an extremely interesting collaboration between all these human beings. Okie dokie. So let's go find the Cheeto book and get some upgrades, or double the amount of, was it eggs or feathers or something? There you go. Alright, Cheeto the spell book you have found. Magic cheats I have for you. Hey, Buckbrain, what did you just say? You better not give my spells away. Which lost book finders Baron Bird are spell they get? We sure do, bag lady. Come on, book boy. Give us some spells. Alright, well. Alright, blue eggs. So I get to double the amount of eggs. Okay, thanks, Mr. Cheeto. Hidden in lair. Other spell books are... Okay, then. At least it didn't hurt me. Alright, so usually I would prefer not using any cheats on my Let's Plays. But then again, this is not exactly the same kind of cheat as, you know, the usual cheat codes that are like, you know, more hidden, shall we say. This is more like a bunch of upgrades to me. These kind of cheats where you find Cheeto, Mr. Cheeto, the spell book or whatever. These kind of cheats count more as upgrades to me. So these are like the exceptions. But for the most part, I would rather not use cheats on my Let's Plays, because I would rather beat games as authentically as possible, not as in like, you know, playing it in the vintage way, or playing like the original games, like playing Super Mario Brothers on NES rather than the Super Mario All-Stars remake. What the hell was that? Okay, that was quite interesting. But it's more like not using cheats rather than playing the original version. Alright guys, that's all I got for today. So yeah, thanks everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next part of the series.